Hi guys, welcome to NHC podcast.
Welcome.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Yeah, certainly.
Let's have some music.
Baked potato changed my life. Baked potato showed me the way. If you want to know what is wrong from right, you must listen to what potatoes say.
Do be good, don't be bad.
Baked potato,
Do be happy, don't be sad.
thank you, baked potato. And if you want to have a better day, you must listen to what the baked potatoes say.
Take it away, Brian Harvey.
Yay! Yeah, there was a reason we were talking
if
about
only
potatoes.
he was here. If only he was here.
I think I'm
He
pretty
may
sure.
actually be here.
Aye, I'm pretty sure with a bag of McCain's frozen chips, we could get that fucker.
Yeah, man. And the promise of a fucking shelter for
Aye.
over an hour. But
Yeah, Brian Harvey, the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, man.
A few weeks after meeting up with an MP to give him his dossier on celebrity beasts. Hashtag celebrity beasts.
Yes, hashtag
Hashtag
celebrity
it.
beasts.
Oh, I mean, if you are actually listening to this right now, please hashtag that.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
definitely, man. That's going to be
Yeah,
a
tweet
thing.
us at.
It's not often I would, back in the day, I always thought, what's this trending thing about? Now that I understand what it is, I'm
this
like,
needs to happen.
trending must happen.
Yeah.
Don't forget to include at NHC podcast when you're
course.
tweeting hashtag.
Especially when you're talking about paedophilia and
Yeah.
beasts in general. Yeah. But yeah. So Brian Harvey smashed up a bunch of records.
He did indeed.
But apparently he's homeless, that you were saying earlier on. Just,
Aye,
He was using
stuff.
them for cover and shade
But
before.
what I was thinking is like surely right.
Is he the
it's-
British
it's
version of the guy we were
A,
talking about not that
possibly,
long ago?
It's A, possibly his only fucking form of shelter, and B, possibly his only source of income. Because if he sold those rather than smash them
First
up,
thought I had was, why doesn't he just sell them?
just
Yeah.
fucking
For at least
sell them.
$5 each.
I suppose in his
Cash
head
generator,
though,
I'll take
like in his head, he's like, I'm so angry about this. The money doesn't matter. It's the principle of being a dick.
And homeless.
Well, 5 seconds after the camera stopped rolling, that's what he then
He
thought.
was on his hands and knees collecting them.
What-
Oh,
do you know what
super
really,
glue.
do you know really what he's meeting moment, right? Is I don't think he's realised this. Like, all right, it's good what you're saying, about paedophilia and all these horrible shit that's happening. It's really, really cool that he's gone up against this. But what doesn't realise, worse is going to happen to him on the streets.
Oh, aye.
Like
But he's from the streets, yo.
Yeah, he's from the streets, biatch.
He's
No,
probably not,
aye.
actually. I mean, his background might
No,
be...
no one from the streets ever wears a white coat in a Christmas video.
Oh, they do, but usually they're getting punted into the back of a fucking
Aye.
wood
I mean,
wagon.
I've seen all of Mike
No,
Skinner's
normally
videos.
they're white
None of the
coats.
streets wear that. Oh, I think someone got that.
Fantastic.
What happened to the streets? Are they still going?
Fucking
He's now just
shit.
going about rating women you're maybe about 8.5.
This guy.
Yeah.
And after a few
I'm about
years...
6 years late with that one.
Aye.
After he'd done a cover of Park Life, it went downhill, I thought.
Oh, dry your eyes, Mike.
Park Life.
Pot life.
Park Life. Aye.
I think though, like, it all kind of fell apart from them when
Whenever they realised it was shit.
when the other guy went on Celebrity Love Island or some pish like that.
I never even knew that was a thing.
Yeah, it was a thing.
It's not actually. It's actually Richard Branson. He gets loads of celebrities on, and it's like
The
some
bull
sort
with the car keys.
New age,
Or no, either
new
that or
age
it's like
battle
all
royale.
these bands that have vanished that are actually on Virgin Records, they're actually dead. It's just they've got to escape his island, sort of Bond villain. It's like the island from Bruce Lee movie.
Somewhere he's
The
got
dragon.
He's got
Aye.
Atomic Kitten mounted
Fucking
like a
Hans
deer
Island.
head.
Oh, God. From the back end.
Aye.
Hey, you can run out of a comic book.
One of Kerry Katona's tits just sagging down the wall.
Fried egg hanging
So
on a
my
nail.
tits are like those things from The Prisoner with the big balls that fucking chase you in the water.
Oh,
It's-
that's
So it just reminds me of the
Breast
reminds me of The
implants.
Simpsons
Oh,
with the
that is
Mr. X
awful.
episode.
Oh,
That is awful.
wow, that was a fucking tangent.
Yeah,
Man,
so
this-
Favorite E17 song? Do you know what?
how the fuck did they sell 17 million
No,
singles?
Stop fucking talking.
I did.
Just stop.
I bought. What was there a song
Stay
called?
now.
No, not that one. Not that one. Obviously, that's the one that's the fucking Christmas song and all that. But the one they had called Thunder. When the thunder calls you from a mountain high.
I really like Relight My Fire.
It's time to spread your wings and fly. That's the next
yeah,
line.
'cause do you know what? I've never heard the song. I pretty much knew that was the next lyric.
I mean, I used to
But
love
paint
them.
the numbers.
And you know the only reason I bought that single, apart from, in fact, I actually
Was
bought
Back
it.
for Good the B-side?
No, Back for Good. The thing was, this single on tape.
I like that
had,
song that Boom Shake Your Room. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
Wayo. I bought that around exactly the same time.
Of course you did.
That's exactly what I bought.
Do you know what's worse? Like another level where an E17 spin-off.
Two Unlimited came out
They
at
were
the
like
same
a
time.
rip-off.
Too Unlimited. That reminds me of
nice.
But
fingering
what I was
some
gonna
wee
say-
bird at Butlins.
What I was going to say, the Thunder single
Obviously,
was
I was 25 at the
on the
time, and I
tape-
shouldn't have been doing that.
on the tape. I know exactly.
Hey,
95 at the time.
Celebrity beasts.
The tape cover of that Thunder single had like one of those things that you get now as a total gimmick that is not cool. It's like a 3D image when you turn it.
Oh yeah,
It changes.
Wild
It's
Hearts
not,
has got
it's not 3D, but it's like
Fishy Follies.
you know what I mean. You one way it's like
Yeah.
something like that. So that's what they had, and I was like, oh, it's cool. I'm getting that, and then I was like, I liked it.
I like how you got it, shiny thing.
It was. And
What
I
was
thought
it?
I liked it.
No, they had a song.
Do you know who I liked as well at the same time?
And it was always played in work.
This will surprise you. Robson and Jerome. I used to like them.
Oh, James.
I'm not surprised, but it just makes me feel sick inside.
I was an
awful.
actual problem.
They're
But they
what
just
made
did covers.
aye.
All it did was
They're
got old
what made
covers.
Simon Cowell as big as he is.
I know. That's right. I know.
Yeah,
Back in the day, I didn't know who
but
he
wait,
was.
How am I friends with you? Like, how did this happen?
I mean, that,
Somehow,
Why are you?
but somehow I'm
Why
here,
are you?
being as awesome as I
them
am.
and Zig and Zag.
Aye.
Them
Zig
and-
and Zag.
That was another one of
Holy
Kill's
shit.
Zig
brain
and Zag,
Of
children.
course
they're
it
fucking
was.
brilliant, man. I used to really like that.
Zig and Zag, what Rolf really used to feel up Vanessa Feltz on the bed.
Wow.
It was another song I bought as well. Yep, or got bought.
A lot of shadiness happened on that show.
Aye,
If I remember right, like
Johnny
eh,
Vaughan
it
for
was
one.
the-
Oh, aye, but
90s.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, was he not fucking tampered with somebody on it as well?
No,
He was
surely
always
not.
Did he
tampering.
dropped it? He dropped the mitt on the show.
It was
It's,
Paula Yates, wasn't it?
No, I thought it was Dries Van Houten.
Oh, she'd have
She
loved
came
it.
out- come out-
Paula
well,
Yates
she-
would have
She
loved
came
it.
out and sort of says like, he's a handy bastard. Aye.
Talking
Aye.
of Paula Yates, is Paul Geldof a heroin dealer or does he just drive everyone to heroin?
Bit of both. I was going to say a bit
Hey!
of both easily.
I mean, I probably is a bit of both. He's got to make some money. I mean, he only had that one song.
You know.
You don't want to.
I don't know. I reckon he made enough money from that fucking song.
Like, aye, which one?
He hates Mondays, I hear.
Aye. Tuesdays aren't so good either.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, boy, this is the sound of Colonel Mustard in the Dijon fry. It's like Hanky Panky with Jimmy Cranky. It's wrong on so many levels. Or a mutual wanky with both the cranky. It's wrong on so many levels. Or a bit of bummery with Colin Montgomery. It's wrong on so many levels. Or a game of Twister with that of Hitler. There's too many, too many. How many is it? Too many, many. How many is it? Too many, many. Many, 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 many. How many is it? Three many, many. Many, many, many. How many is it? Four many, many. Many, 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 many. How many is it? Too many, many. Many, 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 many. Oh. Oh. It's like a game of Kentucky with Colonel Gaddafi. It's wrong on so many levels. Or an acrophobic car in a multi-story car park. It's wrong on so many levels. Or a Chinese waiter in an elevator. He's wrong on so many levels. Austerity measures while they count their treasures. There's too many MPs, promises empty. How many members with too much money? Too many vested interests to best serve the country. How many deals have the money men done to make more money for the merry men? Squeezing more money from younger monkeys, doing the talk to the filthy fucking puppies. Dressed politicians, corporate mismanagement, corruption is rife. It's called the establishment.
Drive by in a Coke-mobile, Coke at the wheel, doing a drug deal. Drive by in a Coke-mobile, Coke at the wheel, doing a drug deal.
Drive by in the Coke-mobile, Coke at the wheel, doing a drug deal. Drive by in the Coke-mobile, Coke at the wheel, doing a drug deal. Drive by in the Coke-mobile, Coke at the wheel, doing a drug deal. Drive by in the Coke-mobile. It's too many, one too many. How many is it?
And after that,
And then there's the money he made from the charity single.
Then again, he must have
He
some
keeps
money.
making from it.
that charity
Yeah,
single.
it
Charity
must-
single that what is it like? Something like 10% or 50%.
Candle in the Wind?
Oh, only went but 10%. 50%.
What, is this true, though?
Yeah.
Is it not 100%?
No,
That's
no,
surely
there
what
was,
they try and
there's a thing
say.
about it, and it was so many million. It was just, I'm sure we talked about this.
No.
Apparently it was only so much percentage went to the charity so far, and there's apparently still money sitting there and it's not been used.
It's
since the
not,
original.
there's still money owed
It's
for
sitting there.
the 1980s one.
Yeah, they fucked it.
Fucking
It's
hell.
fucking ridiculous. So it's about a tenner.
The walls are falling down over there.
I know.
My sheer
It was the
presence.
comic relief thing we talked about, though, and there's like millions that's basically
Aye.
unspent.
Yeah, as well. Aye.
Lenny,
It turns
Henry,
out-
Lenny Henry don't turn up for nothing. Those Premier
Turns out
Inns, aye.
Premier Inns don't pay for themselves.
I was going to say there's
Oh, you're
a,
going to say that?
there's a joke in there
It's
somewhere.
$7.50 for
Aye,
the
Lenny
breakfast,
Henry.
for fuck's sake.
Fucking Lenny Henry, man.
He's the worst kind of racist.
Could he be? No.
He's the worst kind of racist.
Oh, he is, though. All his jokes about, a black guy be saying this, and you're like, you're one of them.
Black guy be saying this.
Yeah.
Black guy be saying this. Like,
I've always said.
He
I've
perpetuates
always said
negative stereotypes.
there's not really a funny UK black comedian. There really isn't.
Stephen K. almost was alright, but his whole shtick was, oh, look, I'm actually posh.
yeah, I don't like. Aye.
No, it's kind
I
of
really
true,
don't.
though.
There's not many.
They're not
there's
cool
not many
enough.
good
Aye.
female comedians that I've heard.
Or they try, or female comedians full stop. I hate. Just don't even get me started on
Aye.
that.
There's like maybe 2 or 3 that I've seen live, or maybe on the kind of underground circuit. Are really
It's
good.
perhaps
but I've
live
not seen anything like on
on
TV
a-
that's just you're like fucking hell, man.
Yeah,
Guys,
the
get
ones
it.
that seem to rise
There's a
to the
couple. There's a girl
What's that,
with
Sarah
blonde hair. That's
Milligan?
really good.
Is it Sarah?
Oh, she's fucking.
She's irritating.
Who's
as
the girl with the
fuck.
blonde hair? She's kind of Canadian.
Kind of.
Aye, she's like kind of. It's like
American?
It's like is it a Canadian accent or it's like or it's like an American accent, but she's been here a while.
She's
Do you know what I
probably she's probably Welsh or
mean?
something.
No, but do you not think like?
Oh, the one that's total fucking deadpan, really
Yeah,
skinny.
she's funny as fuck, man. She's actually really good. I can't
Actually,
remember her name. I'm sorry.
tell you what,
shit, but
Dee though from Always Sunny is funny.
oh, she's
Aye.
phenomenal.
Even when she does the bad stand up, I still laughed.
Oh, aye,
Do you know what I
aye,
mean?
aye.
It's funny.
I love the
Especially when
fact
she's
though
blown
that
up.
that's just a setup for
Oh,
yeah,
aye.
well, yeah, I know it's the
Totally.
setter. Nuking.
spoiler.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but
Aye.
the
Sarah Silverman kind of has some funny
Sarah Silverman's
moments.
brilliant. It's basically British.
Oh, Sarah Silverman, I don't know.
No, Sarah Silverman's great. And I kind of fancy her.
I kind of like her in Louis, the show.
She's like a weird
because
mum.
She tries far too
bitchy.
hard. It's that kind of I'm loud, so therefore I must be funny. I'm like, nah, fuck off.
Fair enough.
Most actually, that's what most stand-ups try and do.
I feel as if there's a
Well,
lot.
Frankie Boyle's got a bit of that. If I just shout and swear it off, I'm
I
funny.
find him when he sort of goes into the little, "How you doing, fella?" It's the quiet bits that
Oh,
I
aye,
find funnier. It's when he gets a bit suspicious.
Sinister's
Aye.
always funny.
His
Do you know what
sinister
I mean?
side's way funnier.
I'm still
Aye. The mermaid
getting
thing
over the
going-
fact he's not the bear from Bo Selector. All those years later.
Aye.
That is well confusing because it
Do you know
really
what? I
looks
can't
like him.
stick him. See that?
What,
Bear,
in the-
Avid
Lee,
Maiden.
Lee Francis.
Oh,
That's it, aye.
fucking hell. And I
Or
love-
as probably
I love-
folk think
absolute-
he is Keith Lemon.
Yeah, fucking.
Folk really think that's a
He
real
thinks
guy.
he's Keith
I
Lemon.
think he does now as
He
well.
wants
yeah.
to hear a joke about Alzheimer's.
Do you know
I want to
that,
hear a joke about Alzheimer's.
I tried that joke with Huxtable and it fell dead.
Fucking brilliant.
Jordan actually turned around and he's like,
What is a joke?
I turned away, right? Obviously, Jordan, if you listen to this, you'll remember exactly what happened. It was only a week ago. He's like, like, what's the joke? And I turned away to do something, and he went, nothing. I turned back around and went, James, it was on camera as well. They were filming. He's like, James, I believe you're going to tell us a joke about Alzheimer's. And I went, what? And they just went, that was shite, James. And I went, you don't get it.
That's
You
a
don't
pure
understand.
It's a shame for you.
They just didn't get it.
Ah,
I mean,
Jordan.
at least they didn't go, Alzheimer's is a serious condition. I'll have you know.
I know. I was thinking, oh my god, if I actually.
Aye. Oh shit, have you got it?
I know I've touched a nerve here. Sorry, it's forgetting a minute anyway.
I don't know. Actually, it was kind of fun because she came my birthday every day of the week.
Absolutely. Oh, and that day that I was saying that joke to them, apparently it was that day or the night before I read that they've actually found more or less what causes it, or maybe a cure for Alzheimer's as well.
As
And
what
it's
causes
not-
it not memory loss?
It's, it's what causes the memory loss. Do you know apparently it's aluminium poisoning? You can
Oh,
actually get
yes.
aluminium poisoning.
Aluminum.
Well, yeah, wherever you're from in the world. I pronounce it aluminium because
I know.
the I is next to the
Causes an annex to the
whatever that Biffy lyric is.
Aye.
That always annoyed me. Aluminum. It's like
Aluminum.
Americans are stupid.
Oh, stupid.
Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato.
Yeah, if you're
no,
listening-
they don't say
No,
potatoes.
no, you
If
only
you're
say that
listening
you
in
fucking
America-
get a brain injury.
If you're listening to America, join your Canadian cousins. Those dobbers don't like us either.
Aye.
Daubers, I like it.
Bobbers.
We've daubed them right in.
Fuckers.
And then,
It's like it's
as I've
right
just
back to
And as I've just learned, people this week, banter in French is bandinage. So there you go.
Bandinage.
Bandinage.
Nerd sick.
To our Quebecians.
Nerd sick.
Quebecians, there we go. So I mean, Brian Harvey was fun. He was exceptionally fun. And
I think he's great.
It's not going to get any better.
Yeah, it's
It's
literally
going
it's
to
like
get
you said, he's the gift that keeps on
basically
giving.
it's going to get slash
Because-
worse, but better for us.
Oh, aye,
for
I
him.
mean, it's just-
So worse for him,
like-
better for everyone else.
The rest of the 17 must be going, I'm so fucking glad
I
he's
wonder
not with him
do you know
anymore.
what they're doing? I wonder what they're doing.
No, but the thing
I
is as well
like-
that
Maybe they're secretly living off loads of royalties.
Aye.
They're staying
they must be
quiet.
sitting
Going,
they're sitting in their
Oh my
houses, Brian, and they're just like,
Mansions.
fucking chicken neck of him. Like, what
I'm
the
willing to
fuck's he doing?
speculate that one of them's a mechanic.
Did he not like follow? Did he not like Brian having not follow a car or something? Like
Yeah,
that?
he
It was,
ran
like, in
himself
reverse.
over
He ran
because he
himself
had
over.
so many jacket potatoes.
that's the joke. He blamed it on having too much tuna and mayo jacket potatoes. He's a fucking weirdo. I still think that story's there's something not true about
I think it was his missus ran him over.
that.
And then just scattered some jacket
I don't
potatoes.
understand.
Like,
No, but like,
but if he was that full,
even trying,
I pictured them
how
all
the
bursting
fuck-
out of him.
But how do you run yourself over? You would need to be in
What
the
he
car
said he
or
done
wrong.
was he went down the wrong way. He went to his mate's house because he just wanted to go and visit him or something, and he drove out there and realised, shit, I'm going down a one-way street the wrong way. He opened the door.
There's a joke in there.
I mean, exactly, but he opened the door.
It's called his career.
down a one-way street. But he opened the door as he leaned out to reverse the car.
What's Lemmy impression?
He smashed. Oh, but it's Lemmy.
I know, but
It's
a
Lemmy
worst-
doing the
Aye,
rock voice.
I know,
Um,
but it is.
well,
I get it.
so it's not a Lemmy impression.
I know, it's, you know, it was still bad.
A Lemmy impression would just be that.
That's like that was impression Inception-esque there. Impression of an impression.
How would you say that?
Impression.
Impression. Yes.
Impression.
That sounds like something you'd give someone.
Impression.
You've
Play
just
a
been
cards right now.
impressioned.
Aye.
Here, love, I'm going to imprep she.
Oh,
Ah, you dick.
that's because she's already slapped me in the face and run away. I should have grabbed her first in the dark alley.
She screamed at your love.
Fucking lassie, if you can hear it, man, she just blow eye going on. Nothing I've not seen before.
Oh,
Bulk.
bulky
What's that
bulk.
bubble there?
But
Aye, so
it's-
Brian Harvey.
So I mean, he did quote unquote run himself over. If you believe it, it's as simple as that.
Phenomenal.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
And also, I was saying that in the off there as well, earlier on. Apparently, like, it's not apparently, I've seen it. It was Dave Lee Roth. It's in the end of the ass end of an advert for like come to UK kind of thing. And we've got lots
Oh,
of
yeah.
cool stuff
not
to see.
not
Like,
Dave Lee Roth, Dave Lee Travis.
oh, Dave Lee Roth.
I was
It's
waiting.
not him.
I was waiting for
It's
that to
definitely
go.
not him, though.
I should have let that
just
go.
imagine him going,
Dave Lee
oh
Travis.
yeah!
Fuck that right up. I have to be slaggy for fucking it up.
That's why I was going to let it go.
Anthony's
Dave Lee
next.
Roth.
Ah,
Aye.
the curse of the podcast.
Aye.
This is what
Well,
happens.
fucking
This is what
Big
happens
Dave,
when we
but
don't
do you know what I mean, at the end with a top hat, fucking like, come here, England, you got halfway anything. She's like, fucking hell, what?
fucking will
Like,
get off everything.
6 months ago, do you know what I mean? You were going to jail. What the fuck's going on here?
Well, that's kind
I'm looking
of.
forward to the company Oz adverts for it off. It's not.
Come to us. I'm not here.
I know. And I call that Chaz was a.
That's the noise he makes.
That's the noise he makes. That's his cum noise.
That's his seduction technique.
Aye.
I know.
Oh god, it's horrible.
That is
Imagine that.
pretty awful, isn't it?
Ralph,
I can't
get
imagine it. Get aye, mate.
Take your didgeridoo out of my doobity what's it?
Fuck is that?
Dewberry, what's it?
Dewberry, what's it you say? Cheese with him.
Oh, Prime Minister. Oh, good God. So,
This wanker's talking shit. Anyways.
in other, well, let's go into pure music news for a topic. now.
Yeah. Fluorescent Hearts launched a new video.
Yeah, it's fucking good as
So
well.
they did indeed. Obviously, I had a
Yeah.
part in that.
Yeah.
Yay!
Walk
You're in
on.
the background, are you?
Somewhere. I am actually the high C above middle C key on the keyboard. I disguised myself just for the video.
You're that fucking good.
I tucked myself right in there. Yeah, it was great. That's what she said. I don't know why she
like
would.
a fuzzy ball.
I don't know why she would say that, but
Impression.
She just said
yes, we've got loads of cool words. Impression is the first prog album by the Prime for Roasters band.
for roasters, aye.
The Impression tour.
Impression
Be
tour.
prepared to be
That's
imprepped.
fucking-
Be
be
imprepped.
prepared. Aye, be
Imprepped.
Oh,
Jesus.
Man. Come
Fucks.
dressed on his keyboard keys.
Right, we need a full itinerary of this now. It's far too much stuff to keep up with.
I'm really hoping that we've actually got a listener who keeps track of all this shit for us.
Or one fan.
Your mum doesn't count.
She doesn't even listen.
No, this is mine, which is probably a good thing.
Aye.
And mine is dead. Not really. Not really.
Oh, not yet. We're working on it though. It's work in progress, right? Me and your sister. We need to take it out.
Is that noise?
What is that fucking noise? Is it you?
It's the machines coming to guess.
Brilliant. Right, so music news as well, yeah. Fucking stop that.
Cribs announced their 6th album's coming soon.
Somebody mentioned it the other week to me
Yeah,
as well.
nobody cares.
And I actually thought they'd split up like 5
Yeah, I
years
thought they were
ago.
done. I liked one album.
No,
of theirs.
I thought I didn't even like albums. I liked like maybe one
song.
single.
Man's Needs.
Wasn't the one I liked then? It was
off that album.
Man's Needs.
Man's Needs, yeah.
That's the same.
That's not how it went.
I thought it was the same tune.
They're playing like a yellow room. And
And
do you know when that actually came out? Believe it or not, that was 11 years ago.
I was about to say, yeah, because that's
Not
that's
11, not. I mean, I did 8. That's the chorus. 8 years ago.
Cause,
Unbelievable.
And it's been on the ABC every Friday night since then.
Seriously, I've not heard it in so long.
Genuinely, I don't think I've heard it any place other than the ABC.
It used to be on the radio constantly, and it was always in fucking.
Here's something in my nightmares, but there's other things happening there. No, actually, I quite like that album, to be honest with you.
There was something about them, see, because he was always on. He made a couple of appearances on Nevermind the Buzzcocks, the singer.
Right, okay.
And
He's a bit
Ryan
of
Jarman,
knob, or-
and then is it
There's two brothers.
Jarman or something like that, isn't
Something like that. I just thought he was a
Jarman.
really unlikable kind of dopey guy. Like,
Aye.
Oh, no, okay.
what? I just thought.
Did they not? He deliberately smashed himself through a table or something like the NME Awards to get publicity or something
Yes,
stupid like that.
and they get really pelted for that.
Aye,
Well, yeah.
I'd pelt him too.
What was
Think
it?
of the drink he wasted.
Who was it? I know. Who was it that actually done something? They fell on a table at an award show and burst like a lung. It was.
It may have been him.
One of the guys. What?
No.
Oh, it fucking was as well, because you know why? I just
Was he
mentioned
back in here or something?
Buzzcocks. He fell onto it and actually had to get rushed to hospital, and he didn't take kindly. Obviously, it's like, it is funny, mate. Get over it. You're alive now. You survived
Shut
it.
up, Preston.
But somebody made
Fuck
it.
up. Aye.
It was almost a Preston moment on that Buzzcocks, and somebody went. Maybe it was like, No Fielding said something like, whatever it was, blah blah blah. Made the punchline. Hey, everyone erupted. He just looked at him and kind of went, "Yeah, it was really sore." And then it's like, oh, what? And he took the hump for the rest of the
Fucking
show.
knobbing.
And I thought, why? I couldn't ever figure out why he took
Have
the
you
hump.
not seen the show before?
I know exactly. I
No,
couldn't.
do you remember the guy? What's his name? The guy from Fun Loving Criminals. He fucking flipped on it.
Morgan.
Yeah, he totally flipped out on it. And, do you not see this? Hugh Morgan.
It was he smashed the mug.
He's fucking lost it. And he
Aye,
walked out. He's like,
I actually
"What a dick."
thought there was talk that was a little bit staged, because people that were actually there said.
Oh, he
There was-
threatened to
there
do
was
it, did he not? Or something like that?
He'd already said it off air. It was almost like somebody heard him saying, "That's when it'll happen," and it was almost like, wait a minute.
And I think-
so a lot
I
of the
think he
crowd didn't
actually
react. They all
even-
went, "All right." So that's what made folk go.
I was going to say, I think
it's
it
a
came
bit-
out. He tweeted he was going to do it as well, or something like that.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
If you watch the clip at face value, it was like fucking hell.
God, I just seen the video. I was
I know,
like,
exactly.
fucking
So did I.
asshole.
Aye, and
So I
then-
remember watching it going, what the fuck is this?
See, nothing's secret
An
anymore.
arsehole.
That
Aye.
see,
Well, that-
see
but
back in the
listen-
days of social media, but it's not there.
That's kind of what we were talking
That
about with the
would've-
guitar thing as well. I didn't know about that. With,
Kelly Jones.
Kelly Jones. I was kind of gutted when I heard that.
It's because I looked it up. I was so annoyed.
Yeah, it pissed you right
I
off.
made sure I found everything out. And when I found out he'd faked that, I thought,
Oh, that's fucking
you bastard,
moron,
you
that's-
absolute bastard.
That's shit, aye.
I can only afford a Jim Deacon. He's pretending an Epiphone's a Gibson. Fuck it off.
Aye, man. Fuck aye.
Very righteous as a 13-year-old, so I
Aye.
was.
I'm fucking right as well, though.
But,
Fish.
Bring
I
back
don't-
Simon
it
Amstel to
seems like-
Buzzcocks.
I know, Simon Amstel was amazing.
I mean, he was. He had Preston and then Donny Toretto managed to piss off something chronic.
That's right
but
as
just
well, yeah.
took the piss out of
His
him the whole
girlfriend or
episode.
something like that, wasn't it?
Donny
Aye.
Terry gets pissed off just as
But,
that's his
um,
job.
I'd be pissed off if I was him
If
as
I was
well.
him, aye.
I think it was Simon
I can't stick
Amstel.
him.
Simon Amstel with Amy Winehouse as well, wasn't it? It's like, I said, no. In other words, I think you should say yes, Amy. He was right.
That was Amy's problem. She just kept saying yes.
Yep.
Tried to make her go to rehab and she said no. That was her problem.
Yeah, the one time she says no. You know what I mean? The
Exactly.
irony, eh?
That's what I'm about to say. It's the one time.
Hi-yo.
The one time.
Hi-yo! No, you know
Hello.
what? I've got a lot of folk are like genius this, genius that. I've got no sympathy for her. She fucked herself up royally.
It's not like she fucked herself up, but she's very good. I don't like her.
I don't think she. No, I mean I wouldn't rate her as a singer either.
No,
I mean,
I don't think she's very
I
good.
thought, there
Same as I
was.
don't rate Pete Doherty either. It's fucking don't get it.
That's not.
We've done it.
That's not even.
No, but people do though. People put them in the same.
Oh, I know.
Because they were
It's
out
like
at the same
tortured
time.
geniuses.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
fucking.
fuck
Or
that.
Idiot Savants is.
But I mean,
Idiot Savants is
Yeah.
definitely.
If Pete
oh.
Doherty was a genius, then Baby Shambles wouldn't have been so shit.
But the thing is, a lot of people like them. To be fair, like,
Right.
No, people,
Clarify.
I
Who?
think
It was only him that left over from. It was Dirty Pretty Things and Baby Shambles.
Dirty Pretty Things
So Baby
was,
Shambles had no other members of Libertines in it. No.
might have the bass player.
Ah, right.
I
Okay.
wouldn't know. I don't
No, I was
care
going to say
about
neither.
it.
It's
'Cause,
like Coldplay
Genuinely,
and bands like
couldn't
that for me.
give a
I
fuck
have
about
no
them.
idea
Yeah,
who
they
they
all
are.
kind of came out at the same time. There was a big bit of
It's not
music
even
that I totally fell out with music.
the early
I think I told you
2000s.
about this,
The
yeah.
early 2000s, I didn't
completely-
like. No.
For the best part of 10 years, like I struggled to find like bands that I connect with. I know it's a terrible thing to say, but it was such a weak sound. I thought, like,
Oh no, it was. It was.
I thought it'd been like if they'd just plugged a fucking distortion.
It's almost
It's
like
not
it became
a
cool.
it's a
It became
pedal.
cool to not care
Aye,
about what you
aye.
put out anymore.
What the
It's
fuck is
like,
this?
yeah, fucking whatever. And
Razor
folk
light now,
revered
ding,
it.
ding, 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 ding.
Oh.
It just felt like a lot of posh boys.
You're right, actually, it did last about 10 years
Yeah,
for
it
me
was
as well.
fucking brutal, man.
2007. 2008, it started to end for me.
Talking of posh
Yeah,
boys,
but aye, 7, 8, aye.
Talking of.
posh boys. Labour MP and
Yeah.
Mr. Blunt have had a bit of a spat because the Labour MP said something about along the lines of the British art scene is full of posh people, like, and I can't mind who the artist he named was, but he's like, oh, it's a shame that so many privately educated posh people come through. What happened to the working class bands? Which is kind of something Noel Gallagher said before as well,
He has, yeah.
in relation to Kasabian and the Arctic Monkeys being a disgrace. You think, wait a minute, no, you were the classic champagne socialist.
Isn't Kasabian?
Absolutely, aye. Anybody fucking
Didn't Noel
got
Gallagher
so-
like Kasabian, though?
Yeah.
Weren't they
Aye, but
pals?
yeah.
He was also rubbing shoulders as well with fucking Prime Minister at the time as well. He's
Aye.
fucking total hypocrite.
But anyway, so the whole thing was, oh, it's a shame that there's so many posh people, and he names James Blunt and he names someone else. So James Blunt, I think that day
I
said
don't think
something
that's
like,
fair to say. I don't care if you're posh or not. If you rate a good song, you rate a good
well,
song.
this is
That's the
kind
end
of
it.
what James Blunt turned around and said is like, all right, so am I being picked on because I've been successful? Because let's be honest, the British public have kind of rejected me for the fact I've not done anything they like in the last 7 years
Yeah.
or whatever, which is fair enough. But surely the fact I've been
Still arenas,
successful,
around the world.
surely the fact I've been successful elsewhere, including America, we should be supporting British artists that get big and using them
Absolutely,
as examples
aye.
for other people. And you're like,
Totally.
yeah, but you still wrote that album.
James Blunt, obviously has been
but he's-
quite
he's the-
active
it's
on the
like
old
a-
Twitter front.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like the
I
Daniel
like,
McDonald's of the world. Do you know what I mean? There's always going to be.
there's a market for it, yeah.
No, but there's a market for it. That's my point. Though, do you know what I mean? It's, you know, if you
Yeah.
like that.
Do you know-
Mother's Day presents don't buy themselves, for fuck's
Do
sake.
you know what solidified it for me was last year when our
Maybe
favourite
you've got a girlfriend.
our favourite Quinny was on the show,
Yay.
before one of the last times he was on the show, and we're working on some of his tracks in the studio here, and it was basically this French guy's been making the rounds for like 40 years as like a sort of basically
Yeah,
he's
sure,
like
yeah.
a French Bruce Springsteen, and he is playing to
Oh
fucking
shit! Is it something Mathis?
I don't know.
Maybe,
He's
actually.
ancient.
I want to say
He's in absolutely no way anywhere known here, but in France,
Aye, he's
he's
sort of
always
like-
playing
aye.
stadiums and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And he
He's,
has
he's like
fucking
Cliff.
rocks it.
He's like Cliff Richard without being a paedophile.
What's that?
Possibly.
Well,
Possibly.
yeah.
Sorry,
But
alleged paedophile.
But it blew my mind
Alleged
because this
paedophile.
guy has got, must be a millionaire,
Aye.
and he's obviously got like now all his fans are like middle-aged women, old women as well.
To be fair, so is Oasis fans.
Oh yeah.
Take it away.
I mean, they've still got to masturbate.
What's the master plan?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that was so bad that
It was good.
my entire body just died in one go.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh.
Oh well, I'm sure we'll move on without you.
In a split second. it
You're
came
making a
out.
serious point and we totally ruined her. Sorry. Impression.
No, you're right. Impression.
We'll just use
I'm
that
just
for...
saying, I haven't decided what it means.
You're
So
absolutely right, though. Like, there's so many artists out there that are making a fucking fortune. People haven't even heard of them. You know what I mean? There's so much.
Well, look
so many
at-
bands online making a fortune as well.
Look at Guy
Well,
Fawkes,
you know,
One Republic. He's probably more famous for writing
Ryan
songs.
something, yeah.
Ryan Tedder.
yeah.
That's it.
These songs for
Probably his songs are more famous than he is. Like, because he wrote
Aye, aye.
Skyfall and he wrote Bits of 21 for
his,
Adele.
his songs basically make him the millions,
What
not
did he do?
One
And then
Republic.
Did he not
also
do something
on-
recently? There was a massive song recently. We were talking about this on the podcast, I'm sure.
At one point he had like
Was it not-
3 songs in the top
aye,
5 in
something
the
like that,
UK
some
and the
record
US.
Yep, true.
So,
But also, talking like of a kind of blast of the past, who's probably now more famous for songs he writes. Remember the New Radicals?
oh fucking.
Yeah.
Their singer is now
This one
Oscar
fixed it.
nominated
That's
for,
right.
and he's
For being
quite
shit.
a prolific songwriter.
He always was, and it's weird how that was the only song that ever came out. Like,
Of
I
his.
always
for
remember
him.
there was him and Courtney Love had this big fucking argument thing going on.
Audrey.
It was so fucking funny though because it was
Audrey?
just so
Audrey.
pointless. It was like two people you just don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? And you're like,
Courtney
I
Love,
just
yeah,
hope
she
they-
still exists.
yeah, fucking, she's still a thing. Maybe 2 songs. I really like to hold.
Courtney Love,
Celebrity Skin, I
recently,
liked,
it was
but-
actually,
Parts.
it was just
Featured.
last year, I think it was in a New York venue, the sound guy had actually recorded.
Oh, that's right, yeah,
Did you
I
see it?
remember
I
this. Yeah,
posted
yeah.
it, and it was like the sound guy had recorded the whole gig, and he either got underpaid or not
Well, she
paid.
fucked him off. She
And
was
basically
just
he
shouting
just-
and bawling at him.
He just
Is that
put on the isolated audio for
it's
Mike.
just, it's a
She
mess.
is. Oh no, it's not her audio.
Aye,
It's
'cause
the guitar.
it's the
It's
guitar.
her guitar, and it is so
No,
utterly
the
bad.
mic as well. It was just her guitar.
It was
and
her
the
on the mic, and it
Yeah.
sounds like she's literally on another planet.
Because the
completely.
guys that do those shred videos not say, we wish this was us, but
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's right, they came out. and
Everyone thought it was a shred. Yeah.
I can't listen to Bang Bang. Like, every time that comes on, every time that comes on the radio, or whatever in the background, it's just like just keep on like.
tell us the tale of Biffy in songwriting.
Well, in terms of like what royalties and stuff like that.
Was that for Puzzle? Or was that for...
Well, see the thing, from what I recall, going back to the start, what I recall is they never made any royalties at all as a band until after just before, Infinity Land came out.
Right, okay.
So basically, they had Black and Sky and Vertigo Bliss, but they'd never
Aye,
had
they
any.
For
no
anybody,
no
for
band.
anybody that doesn't really know what we're talking about here, because we kind of went on a tangent here, it's basically like Biffy Clyro,
Or a
Sammy
band.
Neil basically literally writes everything kind of thing, and they don't get.
Well,
I think-
well,
I was gonna say, I
I
think
was
it's
going to get to
just
that.
so we could go back.
We haven't
Mhm.
talked about it yet, but what I mean is, like, see, when they were starting out, they'd obviously had 2 albums on Beggar's Banquet, and they
Aye.
had no royalties from that, so they were basically living off of money made from merch, touring,
Yeah.
whatever else. So I mean, you're talking 2001, essentially, when they started recording that first album, to the end of 2000 or summer 2004. That's a long time to be in a band and not receive any money back from records you know are selling. Because you're going to see them all over the country. They'll be in shops. They're going to be selling. I mean, I think
I think Father Son are going through that at the moment.
the second, well, I think a lot of bands do, because now it's worse. I mean, even say 15 years ago, record deals were still fairly good things.
Yeah.
You weren't giving any of your merch to the
Yeah, yeah.
label. You weren't giving any. You didn't have to give any, I guess, other things you make money. Any other avenue of money other than record sales you could keep. But nowadays, rate labels want the 360 deal, as it's
Yeah.
called. I think we
Yeah.
have talked about that roughly before. And basically now, anything with your band name related to it, the
It's-
label needs half of. And
Aye.
that's the state of the
Well,
industry.
I mean, that's that. That's Live Nation kind of started that. Was it Madonna or was it U2? One of the two of them
It
were
was
the kind
U2.
of first ones that was
It was you too.
the 365 thing where, all right, you're getting paid, they're getting paid 100 million to sign a deal or whatever it is, but we own a third of your merch or we own half of your...
100 million though, you're going to think yourself, you know what? All right.
Hi, fucking I think of
Well,
Lucky Charms I can buy.
it goes back to thingy with
Yes, I
the,
made an Irish joke.
You did, didn't you?
you know, obviously,
Ah.
It was racist corner.
but it just shows you how rich some folk are, because they turn that down, or they don't turn it down, but like they'll
Oh, no, but,
they'll
you know,
gripe
but-
about it.
yeah,
And you get guys
yeah.
at the Led Zeppelin thing where he turned
Yep.
down the
Yeah, I was
80.
gonna say that.
How much was it? 800 million.
Oh, I can't remember.
80 million. I think it was 800 million. It was something
No, it
stupid.
wasn't as much as that. It wasn't. It was some.
But say it was 80. I mean, that's
Aye, was
million.
it not 400 million between the four of them or something like that?
between them all. Yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. It was
Was it?
some-
As much as that?
Oh, it was ridiculous, and that's why it's kind of like, just turn it down if you're going to turn it down. Don't make a song and dance about it and go to the office, then rip the contract up, can I?
Hey, fucking what?
Do you know what I mean? If you really aren't that well, if you know you're well off for money, you don't need that money.
I thought it was something that was only 8 million. Only,
Oh, it's
only.
no. It was sickening amounts. It was literally like
It was at least,
verging on
I
a
was gonna
billion.
say it was at least tens of millions.
Oh, it was. It
but
was tens and tens of millions.
I think it was hundreds of millions between them.
That's insane.
It's insane. I mean, a lot of bands would kill to be in that. Even fucking your.
Well, even Huxtable, when they were on our podcast, they said, "Well, I'd quite happily make a wee bit more than minimum wage for doing what I'm doing."
Oh, I've said that all
I
along.
think a band, if you make what you would make doing something you hate, and it gets you by, but obviously if you're doing it with a band, you're going to love that. You're still getting by, so yeah, of course you would.
Yeah.
If you're going to make work in Tesco, fair enough.
Do you know what I would
but
do
you
for
hate
minimum
it.
wage? That's what God's honest truth. Rather than go to where I work now for minimum wage. Do you know what I mean? I know what I'd rather fucking do.
Because think about it, right? If you're going to
I'm
be
doing it for free for fucking years, so, you know.
if you're going to be away from home on tours, you're obviously going to be having a good time doing what you love doing, and you
Yeah.
can still pay your mortgage, your whatever
Yeah,
else
yeah.
while you're away,
Yep.
and then you've got a house to come home to. You're not going to come home and be like caviar, fucking.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But you don't need to exactly.
But the thing is, most people like that. Well, I'm not a bit of dick excluding here, but like that, myself and James, we would probably come home and start writing. Do you know what I mean? That's pretty much what you would do. You know what I mean? It's just it's natural. You can't help it.
Oh,
You
well,
just,
yeah, of course,
You just write
because
songs. It's
obviously-
just, we don't write them because we're desperate to make money. We write them because it's just fucking we've got to get.
You
on
look,
it.
I mean,
You
you
know
look,
what I mean?
you
Gotta
look-
get rid of
but
them.
you look at all the bands
You know.
that are going
I know.
now, like, and you are writing as well as having your day job you hate,
Yeah.
and you're still trying to get
Yeah,
as much
absolutely.
as possible. So if you know that all you have to do is wake up and play music, you're going to actually like
Oh, aye.
wake up and go,
Fucking yes,
I'm
bring
just
it
going
on.
to sit and songwrite
Yeah.
today. It's going to be aye. So minimum wage, perfectly fine.
There's nothing better when the missus goes out and you're like, right, I've got a fucking house to myself for a couple of hours. Can sit maybe a couple of beers, write a song. You just, I think I'm going to write a song a day. You know, Make
And
the
that-
shit
and that-
might be
and
great,
that's your
just to
job.
look- but that's like-
Knowing that's your
but that
job.
is- but knowing that's your
But that's the
job.
thing.
Brilliant,
Remember, we
man.
talked about it in the show
You know,
before.
there's like a world of porn or laptop screen away from you. Yeah.
Well, there's that as well. That's
Well, I mean,
that inspires the
That's
songwriting.
I was going to say that's inspiration.
But what I was gonna say was-
play.
Choky, play.
But
Is that not
remember,
a Japanese band?
but remember,
It is now.
remember though, minimum wage for a band is actually now the actual dream rather than
Oh,
it'll
aye.
do, because bands like Def Havana we talked about on the show before, who are touring the UK playing sort of Barrowland sized venues, every one of those people are going home to a 9 to 5 more or less,
Oh, aye.
or some other kind of job they can do. So to them, minimum wage is actually
Jetpack's not. They've all got day jobs. You know what I mean?
As a-
And they're
aye.
headlining
more
concerts.
than likely.
Is a bit of that down to the kind of decline in the traditional music market, though?
Of course,
Because
Of course it is.
Of course it
record
is, I
labels
guess.
don't spend money now unless it's a surefire thing.
well, it used to be a
But
band.
that's the problem, though. That's
A
the
band
fucking
would
problem.
traditionally say get offered a 5-album deal,
Yep.
and they'd be given £2 million up front. That's what they'd live on for the next, like, say 3 or 4 years as a band,
Yeah.
living really well. Obviously, some bands would frit it away,
Why?
but if you were really
Oh,
clever, you'd then make royalties as well. But that would be like your nest egg, and you
Yep.
could
Yeah,
still
absolutely.
so live comfortably. Don't live like a king. But now, you're not getting a fucking upfront money. No way.
I was
are
going to
you?
say, though, the worry like,
Oh,
in
the
that
date-
regard
the-
then is
the record deal's done. That's
Yeah.
done.
The very best you'll hope for is your band might get a new backline of equipment that they'll take
Yeah.
away if the album
Aye.
doesn't
Aye,
sell.
shit,
well.
aye, they'll fucking take
We
it
need to
back.
recoup that 10 grand we spent on
Yeah.
pressing
I
the
know.
album.
Shit.
The
Give us it
worry
back.
about all that is, does that mean Lars Ulrich was right when he
Kinda.
took Napstar on?
And I don't know about way he was, to be fair. As much as I
With
fucking...
hindsight-
No. I tell you what, this is exactly what I think of the whole
He went
situation.
about it wrong.
He brought a problem to where a problem wasn't really existing at the
Oh, he
time.
gave it
Yeah,
massive
yeah.
publicity for
He
folk who
made
didn't know about
he
it.
scared record companies because they weren't really thinking.
Aye,
Because
I'll
obviously
give you
the
that,
technology
aye.
took
Good
over
shit.
quicker than the thought process
Never
did.
really thought about it like that, but yeah.
So if he hadn't have brought attention to it, the labels wouldn't have stopped. Because labels have got money. If bands
Oh,
like
they still have money.
if bands like if labels like Virgin can try and sue bands like 30 Seconds to Mars for 30 million,
Yeah, that's fucking
while they're
ridiculous.
keeping all their royalties for
Just
10
wrong,
years,
man.
you know that there's something wrong with the industry. You know there are like the decline of the major labels definitely happening.
That's kind of like the way Netflix is kind of going through the same thing just now. In a
But
roundabout
they
way. With the
don't
whole-
want to do it, do they?
No, not.
Oh,
at
that's
all,
the story
but
anyway.
The whole thing with them, do you know what I mean? They're kind of getting forced into it, I think, which is a problem. Which is a
Again,
shame.
it's scaremongering because you scare people in the heads of companies. The heads of companies aren't usually very techie savvy,
yeah.
No.
so they usually don't
They'll
think.
just be,
But the
oh,
thing is,
we're losing 5
See,
million, but we're
see
making
this whole
10.
thing though.
Uh-huh,
To be fair, this is a whole.
But we used to only lose 1
People don't
million.
realise this is why you like. You've got regions. and things. See
Well,
if they just
we've
put
got
everything out-
regions to keep people down.
No, but they should have. No, but you get regions in your DVD players and different
Yeah.
things like Blu-rays. Whatever. Well, I think Blu-rays actually region free in it.
Nowadays, most Blu-ray is.
But that essentially is it's they try and keep track of things, right? So they know how much is selling different things, right?
Of course.
The problem with that is
Impression.
impression. Yeah. No,
On Blu-ray
no,
soon.
the main problem with that is in today's world you can't do that. It's okay when it was VHSs or maybe DVDs to a point, but now there's technologies there. Literally, 10 minutes after something's aired, it's online.
If you want to get it, you'll get
You're
it.
going to get it. It's as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I can't figure out why companies haven't thought. Do you know what? Scrap that. It's not working.
It's a very interesting point.
It's not working. Why don't we just release everything at the same time?
Do you know what?
I mean,
I completely forgot that I didn't even thinking about bringing this up in the show. Now I'm completely on the point. Going back to a slightly political tone, banning Snapchat, iMessage, FaceTime. Can you imagine?
Fucking no chance.
Now I see the numpty thought behind it.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
understand his tiny stupid brain and trying to ban it.
No,
but
his tiny stupid brain isn't working like that. He's basically this is what's
His
happening.
is quick. Let's get an issue because
It's exactly it, because
I'm pissing out of a debate.
Aye, that's exactly what it's
But isn't he
taking.
just digging a grave for himself anyway? What's
Oh,
the
aye,
point?
massive.
What is the
massive
point?
grave, massive
But
grave,
then,
aye. He's
No
already,
voters for him.
they're already
Well, that's
dead
I
in the
think.
water. They're dead in the water.
Do you think this is the kind of thing though that might actually energise the young electorate? Because it's traditionally the old guys that vote.
Honestly, I say watch the Green Party. I'm telling you right
They're
now.
going to do magic.
I was going to say Maori's UKIP. I think they'll do well. And
No,
I fucking hate them.
I think Green Party's going to.
Save the UK, vote UKIP.
I know.
Terrifying, innit?
Al Murray standing against Farage might make a bit of a difference because he might get like 3 votes.
Yeah, maybe 4. Aye.
The thing is,
honestly
he's a
think, though-
parody of Farage. That's what.
Yeah,
I
that's a
quite.
fucking bizarre thing about it.
It's strange.
Paragedy.
Yeah,
Parage.
Paragé. That's a
Fucking
paragé.
brilliant.
Paragé.
Try to keep it together, not be dead professional. But
Yeah.
actually fucking pissing myself.
welcome to the deluded ramblings of retards.
Fucking morons, aye.
A new segment.
To be fair though,
Which is the whole show.
To be fair, if you
To be
didn't
fair,
realise that by
it's a
now,
long hashtag, but it's a fucking worthwhile one.
We'll make an abbreviation of that.
there's your 140 characters and your dinner.
And your dinner. There's your dinner.
All in one
Your dinner.
scoop.
Oh no, a scoop of dinner. What you got? A scoop of dinner.
A scoop of dinner.
A scoop of dinner.
A little blob of dinner
A little blob. Oh, no.
on your tie. Oh, that's how they got
lovely.
Clinton.
That's how they got Clinton. Man. That's exactly how they got Clinton. I mean, my point was though with the whole region thing, they're losing money by not doing it. But trying to enforce that, they're losing money.
Well, that's
it makes
it.
no
Like,
sense.
by trying to enforce
It's
that, they're
crazy.
probably. I mean, that's what we're saying. Like, all right, they're losing 5 million, but they're making 10. So, like, if you looked at it that way and just go, do you know what? We'll make everything region free, as you say, and then available on Netflix. I haven't downloaded a film or streamed something illegally in probably about 3 years since I got Netflix.
Netflix's problem was that before Netflix became worldwide, there were other things established in different territories. So it's all to do with copyright. It's nothing to do with... Netflix could obviously hit a button and go, all the library... Because do you know what's really fucked up? The Argentinian library for Netflix and the Canadian one, and there's another one. I think it actually might be like fucking somewhere really strange, like some eastern country. The library they've got on Netflix is really awesome, and some stuff that is literally brand new in the cinema.
Oh, awesome.
Just because
The way
there's
it works.
there's nothing else copyrighting that in
Aye,
those
'cause
areas,
there's
so they can
just
bring it
sheep.
out. Yeah, exactly. So if the Netflix library was conglomerated into one, it would be stunningly ridiculous.
It'd be
Well, I mean,
probably-
that's
You'd
the-
never
it'd be
leave.
probably half.
The American one,
the-
their American Dad and Family Guy was about 18 months ahead of BBC Three.
Of course,
Oh, easily,
Oh,
aye.
easily, of course it was. Yeah.
What
And then
DVD collector's
South
fucking-
South Park as well, with the exception of like South Park because it showed in America and then showed 2 nights
Do
later.
you know
here.
what? We will get there. A legal thing will happen where it might be Netflix or it might be Netflix teaming up
I
with.
think it's going to be Netflix.
Netflix will have to buy. They'll have to buy things up.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
though?
buy up.
I
other
don't think I've
companies.
seen a bad Netflix TV show.
But here's
yet.
here's a problem. Amazon.
Like an actual.
But see,
one of the-
Amazon. Oh, I know. The
Fucking great.
The originals.
Yeah,
I know.
they're
Really
brilliant.
good.
Really good.
The
And
problem.
Marvel's- well, that means Disney's involved in it.
The problem is,
So-
see, Disney now's playing ball because
Yeah,
a
they're not
lot
daft, man.
of Disney stuff is now. In fact, Aladdin was the one they announced.
Yeah, yeah.
Aladdin and dozens of others now are on
But
there.
the thing is, well, though,
Um,
well, Marvel is owned by that, and Marvel are now bought into Netflix.
Well, Avengers
Oh,
themselves
no, but their
are
TV shows,
non-different.
their,
Oh, right,
their new
aye,
TV shows,
sorry.
their Big Four things.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be.
What I was going to
that's
say
gonna be
was
this
obviously
year
the
that's getting
problem
launched.
for Netflix nowadays is Amazon Prime has basically fucked them because Amazon is a
Yeah.
huge company. Obviously, Amazon Prime are such a worldwide company that when it was Love Film, the problem with UK Netflix being so shit is that when it was still Love Film before Amazon bought it over, Love Film had the rights to, loads of streaming stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why all of that wasn't available on Netflix. And folk went, well, what the fuck's the point in getting Netflix when it's not got that? And it's like, well, you need to know what you're complaining about before you complain about it.
Totally.
So obviously, if someone like Amazon was to buy Netflix,
Then it's a lot more clout.
It wouldn't
happen now.
definitely wouldn't be vice versa. It would definitely be Amazon buying Netflix or.
I don't know though,
but
because
whatever.
just now though, Netflix is fucking took off.
Oh no, it's huge. Obviously,
really
it's huge.
has.
So
Especially last year.
They'd either need to team up in a way that they agree on legally,
Yeah.
or someone needs to buy. Obviously, Netflix couldn't buy Amazon.
Like
but-
Marvel and Sony at the moment.
Aye.
I kind of do it with
What I mean
Spider-Man.
is,
shared.
so what I was going to say was, I
shared
think,
content.
obviously in our lifetime, obviously, but in maybe in the next few years, I think we
What
will
about your
see.
lifetimes?
Oh, I
By
know.
the way, I'm on fucking fumes here.
I know. We'll send you a nice little message from the
Aye.
from the netherworld.
Maybe I'll send you a message.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Aye, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, are we sort of sigh going, I could have had it all?
No pajamas in the land
actually,
of
do
the
you know what?
dead.
Do you know what? To extend that thought further about the streaming stuff, all in one, I think what you will eventually get as well is a service where everything's going to be your games and your movies. Obviously, games games will be streaming
Sony's
completely
already
at some point.
It's starting that with the new Samsung TVs that are coming out. They've got a new cloud,
That's
games
right,
cloud
that's
thing.
right.
It's fucking
It's-
genius.
it's not-
But you can use your PS3 controller,
Aye.
PS4
It's
controller.
not. It's good. It's obviously early days,
It's
but
early days, but it's still cool, man.
obviously with Gaikai and stuff like that, they've got in the thing you can do with the PlayStation sharing and all
Yeah,
that. Obviously,
Speaking of which-
but remember,
I've still not received my free download of Far Cry yet.
we'll talk about it later. It's not. It's not that.
Ah,
it's
shit.
it's a download of the co-op mode, so you can play the co-op mode with me. Again,
I don't want to do it.
Exactly, it's
I don't
boring.
want to do it.
It's boring.
That's what I call a challenge wank.
It's rubbish. But I mean, see, like obviously the Xbox One was famously going to. It was up until the last few months they weren't even going to include the Blu-ray drive.
That's right, yeah.
They were going to push, thinking this is going to be it. But obviously, I think you should still include it, which obviously they ended up doing.
It's common sense.
But in about 5-6 years, when everyone's internet is more or less on a par with each other's worldwide, it's going to be a case of who needs fucking.
It's done.
You could walk into anyone's house and go pick up the controller of a console, play your game that you've got at the bit you're at, and it'll be flawless,
the cool thing is
lagless.
with
It's
the
going to be incredible. That way.
PlayStation 4 with the Vita. If you say you're in the airport, you can literally switch your PlayStation on
Of course.
and play any game that's in your library
Uh-huh.
from that.
It's
That's genius, man.
again,
It's genius, but would you
let's-
trust them given their shitty security?
No,
Oh, it's bad, aye.
No,
You
but I
need to
mean,
get a grip with that.
to get into details about that, it is horribly laggy. You don't. It's a feature they've got, but it's the kind of feature that Microsoft don't do.
It's like
or
watching
other
porn on
folk-
dial-up.
They don't
Oh,
do
yeah.
it because it's.
It doesn't
to be fair,
work
it doesn't
yet.
work
It doesn't
yet.
work
It doesn't
yet.
work
You
yet,
can
yeah.
do it, but honestly, I've watched videos of guys doing it from like, as you say, an airport somewhere. You push up on the controller,
And it's later the guy
3 seconds
moves.
there.
Aye.
Although, vice versa, if you're in your own Wi-Fi in your house with your Vita, it works
pretty good.
perfectly.
Right.
So you need to be on your same network.
That'd be good, but if you're just lying in bed, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's the whole
you
point. I'm surprised you'll probably need, get yourself a Vita.
I know, I keep meaning-
Lindsay will never talk to you again.
I'm not fucking.
Oh no, you'll never talk to her again, I should say.
Bit of both, really. You know what I mean? It's mutual.
Colin,
Result.
we're meant to be having sex. I can see the flashing light of the Vita.
Now, we all know.
Your hands are on the Vita.
Now, we all know that conversation is never happening.
I think
We're never about to have sex.
we're never about to have sex.
We just have it.
Surprise!
Surprise sex, aye.
3, 2, 1, it's happened.
I know, it's done.
It was so quick, you didn't
She
even
doesn't
know.
even know, man. Check
You're back in the room.
Check some fucking. I mean,
Why am I all sticky?
put my necklace on.
Why am I sticky?
Full body condom on the floor.
Oh,
I've
body.
been put through the ringer.
A body dom.
A bomb. let's
it's
just,
just
let's just,
fucking-
a bomb. Let's
bomb.
just put it all in one. Bomb.
Bomb.
Oh, I just love saying bomb.
Well, that's been a show.
That has been a show.
Bombadoo.
We'll
Boy.
have plenty more madness for you next week.
Yeah, well, thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you.
Drive safe.
Hashtag celebrity beasts.
Drive safe.
Drive
if you're
safe.
already in your car, or if you're already dead,
If you're already dead, then, you know.
we're really sorry we put you off your driving that much.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd be listening to this in
If
your
you're
car.
already dead, it's great. You can stream everything now.
The good thing is, though, if you listen to this and you think you're dead, if you can hear this, you're not dead. So, you know, yay, bonus.
Either that or
That's
we-
a good,
aye.
that's
It's a
a
fair
good
point.
test
It's
for
a fair
death.
point.
If you can hear our voices, you're not dead.
Aye, either that or you're in purgatory and we've been used to punish you.
Aye, well, there is that.
Or
aye.
a Chinese prison with Metallica and Britney Spears and whatever else they play.
Right, remixed.
Oh, imagine this all in one.
No, let's not. Let's not.
Oh,
That's horrible.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Sorry for that.
cheerio.
Bye, guys.
See you next week. Brian Harvey loves you.
Thrice nightly.